Hi girls. Yesterday I explained for you the first part from this lesson, which is more multiplication properties of exponent. And I reviewed with you what did we do in the first lesson and the second lesson. In the first lesson, we discussed about zero exponent and the negative exponent, and we said that if we raise anything to power 0 it's immediately 1, and if we have negative power we directly move it down to make it positive power. If we have it the opposite, if we have negative power down, the opposite, move it up to make it positive. If you have, for example, something like this, if you have the same base at their powers, that's what we learned in the second lesson. In this lesson 7.3, we discussed about if we raised a power to another power, which is will be, we have to multiply these powers so we can get one exponent like this. That's what we discussed yesterday, and we had some exercises related to that. We finished the first problem with the got it, and the second problem we did also more exercises related to first problem and second problem. We also discussed about this. So and I gave you here this one. I stopped by these exercises. I did some of these exercises. So let me start by this one. So before I move to this one, I am planning to give you one more to remind you what did we do in the previous lesson. Let me do one easy and basic one. So here we have, I'm going to do question 27. So in question 27, we have 2y 7 over 9, all this to the power -3. All your job, you just need to distribute it. So let's distribute this one. So I can directly say this is 2 to the power -3, and then times y to the power 7 over 9 times -3. It will be, just simplify this one with this one. The remaining down will be 3. So 7, -7 over 3. So that is -7 over 3. This one, just move both of them down to make them positive power. So that is 1, 2 to the power 3, y to the power 7 over 3, which is equals to 1 over 8 y to the power 7 over 3. So that's what we did yesterday. Now we are going to continue, which is the last, I think the last problem in this lesson. And then I will give more exercises related to that. So that will be here if you have just an expression like this, and this represents the energy in physics, which is here this m represents the mass, and this v, which is represents the facility, which is the speed. So it's given the mass is given this one, which is 1.3 times 10 to the power 3 kilogram, and the speed is given 3.1 times 10 to the power 3 meter per second. All your job is just substitute to find the energy. So to find the energy is 1 over 2 mv squared. All your job you are going to substitute. That's m, the mass. That's the speed. That's the v, the facility. Just substitute 1 over 2 m. It's given this one, 1.3 times 10 to the power 3 times this number, this value. And remember, it's raised to power 2, so be careful on that. So that is 3.1 times 10 to the power 3. All this to the power 2. From where this 2? It's from here, from this rule. So be careful once you substitute in something similar to this one. Now you need to distribute this power that you have for all the numbers that you have inside it. So keep this 1/2 times 1.3 times 10 to the power 3 times 3.1 to the power 2 times 10 to the power 6. Now, just calculate this number before you do anything because we have to remove this power. So 3.1 to the power 2, which is equals to 9.61. So that is 9.61 times 10 to the power 6. So now we can easily just do exactly same thing that we did in the previous lesson. So to the power 3. So just multiply the numbers that you have. All these numbers, multiply them together to get 6.24, and that's enough, times same base between the multiplication, add the powers, same base, add the powers. So that is 10 to the power 9. That's it. This is the idea. This is already in scientific notation because this number is greater than 1 and less than 10. So just let me give you more exercise related to that. Here, if you will see, we got exactly the same idea and shorter maybe than these steps. It's easier. So we are going to use the same rule for kinetic energy, which is K or EK equals to EK, you might see it in physics, which is 1/2 mv squared. I'm going to substitute these numbers this time. So the mass or the m is 2.5 times 10 to the power 5 kilogram, while the speed or the velocity is this one. So here we have 1/2 m. What is m? It's 2.5 times 10 to the power 5 times v. What is v? It's given 3 times 10 to the power 2. Please don't forget to raise all this to the power 2 because that's from this rule. That's from the rule, this 2. While this 2, it's given here the value for this number. So all your job now, you are going to distribute this power before you do anything so you can work on the rest. Remember the order of operation. So that will be 1/2 2.5 times 10 to the power 5 times distribute 3 to the power 2 times 10 to the power 4 because it's a power raised to another power. So that is 1/2 2.5 times 10 to the power 5. That is 9 times 10 to the power 4. Make sure that you practice these lessons. It's true they are easy, but in the test, if you don't practice them well and lesson by lesson, you might face little difficulty. So please, girls, make sure that you practice them. So just let's multiply all the numbers that you have without depending on listening. Please don't depend on listening, watching the video. Okay, I understand. Check your understanding by your hand. So that's 11.25 times 10 to the power 5 and 4, it's 9. Now, this is not scientific notation form. You must write it in scientific notation. Move one decimal to the left, 1.25125 times 10 to the power 10. Added 1 to this power. If you move the one unit to the left, add 1 to this power. Let me give you more more examples. So for this question, all your job, you will distribute this one. So that will be 3 to the power 9 times 10 to the power 10. I'm sorry for this handwriting. So 3 to the power 2, it's 9 times 10 to the power 10. Same thing with the others. You will gonna work with all of them exactly the same idea. But here, if you have something similar to this one, the radius of cylinder is this one. So this is the radius of the cylinder, and the height h of the cylinder is given by this one. What is the volume of the cylinder? And write your answer in scientific notation form if you have this one. So V, it's given by pi r squared h. You know what is pi? Pi is 3.14 times. What is r? Radius given is by this one, 7.8 times 10 to the power -4. Remember, that's all to the power 2 times, from where this 2? From the rule, which is for all the r. It could be one number or it could be something like this. So I have to distribute my power. 3.4 times 10 to the power -2. So let's work on distributing first so we can remove our power. 3.14 times 7.8 to the power 2 times 10 to the power -8. Then I will drop this one as it is. So just take these, multiply them after you fix this one. So 7.8 to the power 2, which is equals to 60.84 times 10 to the power -8. Drop the rest of the numbers that you have. So that is 3.14 as it is, times 10 to the power -2. So just take your numbers, multiply them all together. So 3.14 times So once you multiply all these numbers, you will get 649.52, and there is more than these numbers. I just estimated, I just took this one, times 10 to the power, same base at the powers. So here you have 2, negative 2, sorry. Here is also negative 2, and negative 8, it's negative 10. Now you need to fix this one. You need to write this one in scientific notation. So this number should be less than 10. So move your decimal 1, 2 steps to the left. Once you move 2 steps to the left, it will be 649. Just cut this part estimated. You have to work on this one. Add 2 to the power. So once you add 2 to this power, it will be negative 8. So that is time 10 to the power negative 8. So that's the idea from this part. That's in general. This is the lesson that we have been discussed about yesterday. Just a quick review, simplify these. That's n to the power 18. That's b to the power negative 7 times 3, which is negative 21. So if you forgot about that, step 1, distribute the power that you have. So 9 to the power 2, which is 81, x, because once you distribute it with 1/2, it will be x to the power 1. So that is finally x to the power 10. So same base, add the power. So that is 81, x to the power 11. Same thing with this one, distribute 3 to the power 4, a to the power 4 over 2, which is equals to 81 a to the power 2. This one I just did one question like this. I think that's what we have for this lesson. I don't want to give you more than this exercise, but I would like to give you just one challenge question. If you would like to see it and try it, that's extra. That's extra. I don't want to introduce the new lesson. Just I want you have more exercises related. So if I'm telling you solve each equation, if you have, for example, if I'm telling you you have a to the power x equals to a to the power y, then x equals to y. Use this idea to solve question 67, which is said, find the value of x if you have 5 to the power 6, then equals to 25 to the power x. Basically, the idea you are trying to make this 25 5. Because if this 25 5, it's going to be like this rule. I will have the same base, the powers will be equal. So let's try to do that. First of all, we know that 5, it is 5 to the power 5, 5 to the power 5, isn't it? So that's a 5 to the power 5. All this to the power x. I did not do anything. I just changed 25 into 5 to the power 2 because that's exactly the same value. And here I have 5 to the power 6. All right. I know that I learned that before. If I have a power raised to another power, I can multiply my power. So that is 5 to the power 2x. I just multiply them. I did not do anything. That is equals to 5 to the power 6. Now, according to the given in the question, the given rule, I have the same base. That means this value up, it's exactly the same as this value. So that is mean 6 equals to 2x. Okay, I want to find x alone, so just divide by 2. So 6 over 2, which is equals to x. So that is 3 equals to x. So the solution for this kind of equation is 3. So the answer for this question is 3. So that's the idea from this part. I don't want to give you more than that in this lesson. It's true I gave you just 20 minutes, but I believe that's enough for this lesson. Good luck, girls. Enjoy. Bye.